Hi guys, hello and welcome back to another video right here on the channel. So, you regular viewers will know, last couple of weeks, well last month, I have been covering this little product, the Evercade Evolution magazine. These are published on Amazon by a group of Evercade fans themselves, a group of cracking fellas. I've covered issue 1, I've covered issue 2. I love them so much, I went ahead and I bought issue 3, issue 4 and issue 5 off Amazon. If you haven't already, guys, check them out on Facebook. Go along to Amazon, search Evercade Evolution and give these guys some support. It's important for retro communities and creators of all sorts of stuff to actually support each other. Okay, support the little man here, guys. I know you've got several other big glossy magazines on the shelves in WH Smith's and all the different retailers. But this is written by a group of folks who are like you, like me, who love Evercade, okay? So let's get right into it, guys. Like I say, I love these. I think I did give a little history in the last episode as to about the lads, so I'm not going to go over the same content again. Cracking group of lads anyway. I know Vaughan, the staff writer, is a regular viewer of the channel, so for your contribution, Vaughan, and all the boys, thank you so much. Spot on. Okay, guys. So, Evercade Evolution, and we're up to issue number 3. Okay, so it's coming home, and we've got the VS on the front, trusty specs, also inside, real trailblazer. Ryan Blaze gives us an insight on Blaze, the Evercade, and the development of the new VS. The VS, of course, is the main machine a lot of us use. We're heading east, so Vaughan takes us through the Data East cart with help from some of our YouTube favourites. And Christian, the cameo kid, a record attempt for most video game cameos from Retromania Wrestling to Ployd on Indie Heroes. So there we go, folks. There is our front cover. These just feel like it's such a quality product, you know. Okay, I do this every issue. I'm going to do it again. I'm sorry if it gets on people's nerves, but the first page is a credits. Evercade Evolution Issue 3 by Liam Isaacs, Mark Rutland and Vaughan Anscombe from the Evercade Fans Group non-official Facebook group. Okay, so credit where it's due. These guys have put all the hard work in. They should be given shouted out. Okay, so we're starting with a part off Roger. Welcome to issue 3 of the Evercade Fans Group fanzine. So Roger just goes over his, I'm presuming, editor's bit there, and it shows us our team. Okay, our team of writers, our team of contributors, these amazing guys that do this fanzine. Okay. And then we go to our contents, say it every time, clear, concise, little thumbnails of everything that's in the magazine, okay? Right, fantasy carts, what's this saying now? Right, so this is just suggested by Vaughan, an isometric collection. Alien 8, Ant Attack, Batman, Head Over Heels, Night Law, Lumo, Great Escape, Where Time Stood Still. You, my friend, are showing your age. I remember all those on the specky. Yeah, so that is that there. So it is a column by our friend Vaughan, the staff writer there, of games he think could make a good collection. And for the record, Vaughan, I agree with you, mate. Okay, then we go on to the Evercade Chronicle, which is the news section. The arcade is dead. Back from the dead. Watch Prime on Netflix are the headlines. New 2600, Atari of course, games. So there are little articles on those there. What a load of shh, and I'll let you put the end of the word in yourself there. Tenet out now on Blu-ray. First commercial Game Boy Advance game since 2007. Doom ported to an IKEA lamp. Yeah, okay, and we're fitter than we thought, which is an Olympics one. I shall let you make of that news what you will. All interested, obviously. Something always brings a smile to my face with these magazines. Okay, so it wouldn't work without him. This issue we sent our budding journalist April to talk to Ryan, one of the lead brains behind the Evercade and the new VS. So this, of course, is Ryan Blaze and an interview with the man himself there. There is a relevance to the Sonic. I watch all the podcasts, the Evercade Effect, and I watch the Retro Gaming Revival lads. every other week when they do theirs, and Ryan is always on there, and I'm sure, Ryan, if you are watching, that yours is always this Sonic little tile there. Okay, and then Vaughan takes us into an article all about the VS. Now, even though I've had my VS for a while, this magazine is like obviously, you know, a wee bit older in time. It's an interesting article which I'm looking forward to reading when I turn the camera off here, because I just want to know about the machine that I know and love so much. So thank you for that, Vaughan. And it goes on there. What is nice as well is I haven't seen it before. I knew there was like a black limited edition, and that's actually shown here. So that's nice. Research has been done and stuff. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. Really, really looking forward to that article. Okay, and then we go on to 8 Bits and Bobs. Time, Money and Gaming Life. I love these. These are like put together by Vaughan, and it's basically his sort of thoughts and musings on different video game topics. I think Mr. Biffo, is it Biffo? In Retro Gamer, he used to do the same with this, and I think it's just nice. I read these and I just like totally associate back to like what the writer's saying. So I'm thinking, you know, I think Vaughan and I are actually the same age anyway, give or take, but it's nice to actually kind of think, yeah, you know, I remember doing that, I remember like reading that, I remember thinking that. It's just nice, that real little retro vibe. And then the next section, It's a Me cameo. It's a me Mario. I love that. Christian Howard got in touch and told us about his quest to appear in as many video games as possible, either as himself or as handled the Crimson Howler. It's a fascinating story, and we're really grateful he decided to tell it through us. Here's what he had to say. So yeah, here's our friend there, Christian, and his claim to fame there, with some little interesting cameo appearances. Peach Cheats. Now I think this is a new one, isn't it? His identity is a complete mystery and closely guarded secret known only by a few admin. In fact, he's possibly the closest thing we have to Al Capone. All we do know is his name's Pete, and he probably doesn't cheat that much. Honest. Okay, now this is really nice because it's got cheats for Awesome Golf, Midnight Resistance, Fighter's History, Tanglewood. That was one I'll be looking at. Zero Crisis, Joe and Mac, Bad Dudes, Coffee Crisis, Zump, The Final Run. This is lovely. Again, it harks back to the days of computer game magazines, things like Crash and Zap 64, where they would actually put down, you know, all their cheats for the games and stuff. And then we go into one of the main articles, and this is where we take a look at the opinions of the team on Data East Collection 1. I've done this one early doors. It's cartridge number 3 in my Evercade collection review there, so go back and have a look at that. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'm going to show you it and then I'm going to read it after. What I do is I give first impressions of these mags, then I go away and I read them, just to see how on par we all are, what our opinions are like. Okay, so we go straight into it then with the awesome Bad Dudes. Burger Time. Fantastic little game, that one, by the way. Burning Rubber. Fighter's History. Joe and Mac 2. As you can see, like big full colour, you know, spreads as well. There's nothing cheated here. Karate Champ. Magical Drop 2. Always reminds me of Puzzle Bobble, this one. Solid little game, by the way, as well. Midnight Resistance. My claim to fame on this one is one of my really good friends, Jim Bagley, Spectrum legend, actually wrote the Specky conversion of this one. And I've been lucky enough to actually have his insights privately to that game. So every time I see Midnight Resistance, I always put a smile on my face. If you're watching, Jim, pleasure as always, my friend. Side Pocket. Two Crude Dudes. And we have a basic Mark Rutland, another one of the reviewers. He gives his take on it as well. Also of interest, I've noticed that Twitter Evercade legend, and I really do hope you're watching, Sir Top and Hat, Derek, is in here as well for his input. Always great to see. And the scores are in, so Vaughan gives his scores, Mark gives his, and Liam gives his thoughts as well on it. And then we have the Evercade World Cup. Now I'm presuming that this was something that the guys have done on their website. Basically putting down a game against the game and letting folks vote for it. There's the other part of the column. Now, I'm not sure. I'm not going to show you the next page because it's going to tell you who won it. So go and buy issue 3. In fact, no, don't go and buy all 5 issues and check out issue 3 for the winner. Yeah, I agree. I'm looking at the final and I agree. Boys, I agree. Yeah, I do. Okay, so Arcade Icons with Jay Drury, and we are talking about the awesome Splatterhouse. Splatterhouse is an absolutely fantastic game. It really is. I think I've covered it on my channel elsewhere. If you have like a look at like the main guy as well, have a look at the Hockey Mask. Another one of the old 80s games, 80s, 90s, where we kind of dabbled and we were a little bit brave with copyright, should we say. Looks like a certain horror icon that I really like. Jason Voorhees. Safety hats must be worn from this point onwards. And Vaughan is going on. This is a little bit of a challenge for me to write about Bitcoin mining, something I don't have an idea about. Well, neither do I, folks. But there is the article, and I'm sure it'll be fascinating as always, and just something else to find out about. Our friend Eric turns back up. I'm so getting jealous of his beard. I've just trimmed mine with a beard of summer. You've got an awesome beard, Eric, lad. So Eric's High Score Club returns, showing high scores on various games there. And we go on again for a second page. A little bit of self-indulgence here, Eric. We go on for a third page. Okay. But lad, with that beard, you can go on as long as you like. It's boss. Oh my word. And I think we finish up there with even more of the high scores. But I mean, it's fun to have a look at them and sort of see if you can beat them and stuff. Obviously, in like the arcade scene, it was like always a case of like whose name was on the top of the leaderboard or trying to beat your mates. And we got a little section here. It says hello all, it's Vaughan, and it's gone on about a little bit of a paragraph over a couple of things for a GoFundMe. And it's got our friend Retro Rich, of course, from Bacon Ice Cream Productions. One of the, if you're watching, Rich, as you know, I'm a massive fan of the podcast, mate. Any spare slots, I'm your man, give me a shout. And we finish up with our usual congratulations, you've completed Evercade Evolution Issue 3, and it's a little thanks from the boys, Liam, Vaughan and Mark, and of course an email address to get in touch with them there if you have any views. I think what you should all do, and I'm sorry lads, but I think you should all kind of email and tell me I want like a monthly issue. Alright, look, so there's number 3 there. Always a pleasure. Always, I love doing these because I know when a camera stops rolling, I go away and I read them. So, fun as always. Check them out. Evercade Evolution, available on Amazon. Find them on Facebook. Group of cracking lads. More importantly, big retro gamers. I'm leaving it there. Keep it retro, and I'll see you all next time.